What's up, guys? Boogie back again. So apparently, black women are attacking Neo. They are throwing all kinds of insults because, as you can see, Neo finally got him four women in the same place, kissing on all of them. So black women don't like that. If you guys don't recall, not too long ago, Neo got a divorce from his ex-wife because he was cheating on her. So he decided publicly that, you know what, instead of cheating, I'm just gonna have other women that I want. Now, obviously, women don't like the fact that he can parade all the women around. So I know some of you guys are gonna be like, you know what, uh, yeah, it's because he has the money. And there's some guys who don't have money who have women. But show me how many broke men have four women in the same place, in the public place, kissing on all of them, and they're all fine with it. Show me. Usually, a guy may be broke, whether he's tall, he's good looking, whatever he has, he may have a woman, but she won't know that he has other women, right? Even if she knows that he has other women, she doesn't see them. He doesn't kiss on her and kiss on the next one all in the same place. You can literally see right here, Neo is literally kissing on all these women and has them at his show at the same time. And they clearly, and they're okay with it. Obviously, the money helps, right? But it's because he's being public with it that women are attacking him. One, two, three, four. So these are three. I mean, these are three women right here, right? But apparently now he has four. He got after he got the fourth one, women are attacking him. His ex-wife is attacking him. Like there are two types of men women don't like. A broke man that cannot get no women. Can you guess the second type of man women don't like? A rich man can get all the women. Those are the two types of men women do not like. If you are broke, you can't get no women. Women don't want you. That's why, because you're broke. But if you have the money and you can show you can get all the women at the same time, women are not going to want that because most women want the rich guy to themselves. But clearly, these women are playing their role. They're like, you know what? He's paying them. They're not there for the sake of it. You know, he's paying them. That's why they can be comfortable to be sister wives, if you want to call it that. Very few men can pull this off, and it's always going to be the rich guys. But let's go through the comments so you guys can see how much they're attacking Neo. The first comment here, which obviously Michael Blackson, he's African, so he's gonna say that's my guy. But here we can see the woman says some of y'all are really in this type of relationship, you just don't know it. That's exactly what I just said, that usually a man who can pull this off, and he's not like a celebrity, he doesn't have money. Usually even some celebrities who have money, men cannot pull this off because they are, whether they're scared or whatever it is, to be out there and be like, hey, listen, I got four women and they all know about it and they can all be in the same group and I can kiss on all of them at the same time. Very few men can pull that off. And looks like Neo is being the first one, honestly. I've never heard of another celebrity doing this, so maybe some celebrities can now start doing this. Let's go. The next comment, this he says, if they're all consenting adults, let's mind our business. Facts. They are aware of what's going on. Neo knows, the three women know, now four. They don't care. Let's go to the next one. Obviously, some people are mad. This one says it's the most disrespectful shit. Hey, listen, they know it's not disrespectful to you, to your daughter, or to your sister. It doesn't matter. The women are grown. They know. So for me, they can do whatever they want. Uh, some people agree with him. What's for you is not for everyone. Let the man live his life. Also, this person says, let the man live his life. This woman says, all on their phone, waiting on their turn, which is true. They're all on their phone, waiting for their kisses from daddy. It is what it is. This is the comment I was saying. This girl gets it. It costs to be the boss. That's what I was saying. No broke man is pulling this off. You gotta have the money and you gotta be like Neo. Because you can see he's a performer. He's a celebrity. So he doesn't care. And they know. He pays them clearly. I don't know how much he pays them, but trust me, he pays them a good amount of money for them to be comfortable. They don't care, trust me. This person is saying all I can think about is germs. I mean, hopefully they know about that. Let's see. People are talking about STDs. Obviously, we have a hater here. She says, I'm sorry, he's not cute enough for that type of lifestyle. You think he's not cute enough, they think he's cute enough, and he's rich enough. That's what matters to them. So if you think this is about being cute, no, this is being about being a celebrity and having the money to do this type of thing. You know, remember what I told you that most women want the rich guy to themselves. This woman says she's not sharing anyone. That's pretty much what she's saying. This guy says all overcompensating for something and it's painful. No, man, from back in the day, we're talking about even God Himself gave King Solomon all the women in the world that he wanted. So I don't think it's really being overcompensating for anything. This has been going on for centuries, for thousands and thousands of years. So, but clearly, only the men who have always had the money, the resources, have been able to pull this off. And obviously, the women got to be comfortable with that. But Neo came back and said something about it. So let's go through it and let's see what he said. Because his baby mama, his ex wife, was attacking him.
About that? About your relationship?
Of course they do. And I answer them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honesty. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is
You
that.
got no problem.
And she gonna make you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your clothes.
Come
and
on,
it's all good. And
Come on,
it's family, it's community.
Oh, you
That's
need
what
your
it's
own
about.
book in the.
Do your kids have questions about that? About your relationship?
Of course they do, and I answer them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honesty. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is
You
that.
got no problem.
And she gonna make you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your clothes.
Come
and
on,
it's all good. And it's
Lord.
family, it's community.
Oh, you
That's
need
what
your
it's
own
about.
book in the.
Do your kids
Now, I don't know how old his kids are for him to say that, he tells them when they ask, because I'm sure they are confused to see daddy with three, now four women, because apparently now he has four women. So it could be a little bit confusing if the kids are younger, but I'm sure once they grow up, they will understand where he's coming from. You know, obviously he was responding because the baby mama, his ex-wife, was attacking him, saying, "Oh, he shouldn't expose." As you can see the heading that he's exposing the kids to this kind of lifestyle. But that same baby mama is an IG model with naked pictures on her Instagram. You know, I don't know. That's not is that should be bad enough for the kids either, but she doesn't care about that part. I think she only cares because he was able to move on and get four women to want him and move on away from her. And like I told you guys, there are two types of men women do not like: a man with money who can get all the women at the same time, and a broke man who cannot get any women. Those are the two types of men women do not like. They like the rich guy to themselves, not to share him with other women. Let's go through the comments. This person agrees with Neo that she's bitter, which I agree. She's bitter because he moved on. Uh, you see, morals only apply when he's not messing with him while he had a wife. So apparently, actually, this girl who this his baby mama who's trying to come for him, he was cheating with her while he was married, but now she's worried about morals. So when Neo was married, he got this woman pregnant, the one his baby mama who's complaining about his polyamorous lifestyle. So people are asking, how are you complaining about his morals, yet you are his side chick and you got pregnant with him with his baby, yet he was married at the time. But what you guys think? I know some of you guys don't agree with this, what he's doing. Some of you guys may agree, but at the end of the day, whether you agree or not, they are all adults, and at the same time, what he's doing, only a man of his caliber can do it. So either you gotta be rich, or you gotta be a celebrity, or you gotta be both. Especially if you're going to tell the women, hey, I have other women, these are the women, you introduce them to themselves. Or maybe you gotta be a Muslim. Even Muslim men, usually I don't think you can have four women in the same household. You have to get them their separate places. And even when you do that as a Muslim man, apparently you have to have the resources. So he has the resources, he has the attention, he's a celebrity. So I mean, it is what it is. What do you guys think about that? All right, so up next, I'm gonna be reacting to Lapif Network. They did a video about Kendra G, and I wanted to go through it because Kendra G is saying all women want the same kind of man, and we know that what that means. That means the same kind of man is very rare. So chances are most women may die single because the kind of man they want is very rare. Let's get into it.
It's a war. You've had it right. It's a battlefield out there.
It is.
Yes.
What makes it, Kendra, a battlefield?
I think now because of social media, it's the gift and a curse because now we're all connected. But that fine man you had to worry about just in New York, no, he worldwide now. He got girls in Italy, Mexico, California. So the guy that most women want, he has so many options. And every woman wants the same man, child. I don't care if she work at the Piggly Wiggly or she's the corporate lawyer on Wall Street. She want her a rich man, and that's just what it is.
Really?
Yes, girl. Hide your man, Tamara. Hide him.
So she said that most women want the same man.
That's
Most
true.
women want the same man. Do you guys agree with that statement? Do you think that women that are dating are looking for the same man, or do you think they're looking for the man that's good for them?
Before they even go into it, I agree. I personally agree that most women, actually, if all women are looking for the same kind of man. Now, the difference is they all cannot get that kind of man. So let's say she's looking for a guy who is 6 feet tall. She may never get him. So she has to settle with a guy who's 5'8". Let's say she's looking for a guy who makes $1,000,000. She may never get him. So she may have to settle for a guy who makes $500,000 a year, or 250,000 or 100,000. Because they may want that kind of man, but those kind of men are very few. We're talking about even less than 10% when it comes to height. He's good looking, he has the money, he can spoil, because he may have the money, but if he's not going to be generous and spoil her, that may not be her kind of man. So that's why I believe they are all looking for the same kind of man. But let's see what the panel says. Shout out to Lapif, by the way. Link down below.
I think that women are looking for what's good for them, not necessarily the same man. Now, there are certain women that are looking for men with money, but there are certain women that are just looking for men that'll treat them right. So it really just depends on the woman and what her preferences are. In my, what I'm used to in my group, the women that I know, they're just looking for men that are good for them. He doesn't have to come with a lot of money or a lot of stature, or a lot of power. It just has to be a good man. So I don't think all women are looking for the same thing.
They are. So she's trying to remove the part of the money, but let's say he has the money or he doesn't have the money. You still want him to be a good man. I've never heard of a woman who says, I want a man who's not good for me. So clearly they're all looking for the same kind of man, whether it's about the money, whether it's about the height, whether it's about treating them right, treating them good, like she said. They are looking for the same kind of man. So I don't know what she's talking about.
Mayor, how's everything in your culture? Are the women looking for the same man, or do you think that a lot of the men stand out in different ways?
Women are looking for the same qualities, but not the same men. When I say that, I mean they want the same qualities. Like, you want a man that's not a loser, that is hopefully a hard worker, that can hopefully care for you, but to the extremes of being rich, I don't think that every woman is looking for the filthy rich man, because a lot of women see what comes with that. And a lot of women understand what comes with that. But then again, a lot of women are stupid. I mean, I would say the majority of women are stupid. And a lot of
I mean, I don't know about the majority of women being stupid, right? But I believe they are all looking for the same kind of man because they are all looking for the same qualities. Now, they may, In fact, I believe all women are looking for a rich man. The question is, they at some point they realize they will never get a rich man, so they have to settle with a guy who is not completely a bum, but he makes some kind of money. Because they all can't get rich men. We don't have enough rich men for every woman.
Time is money is blinding. So they're looking for the same qualities, but not exactly the same man.
All right, let me get a man's perspective on that. What do you, Darwin? What do you think about women when it comes to what they're looking for? Are they looking for the same man, a particular man? What are your thoughts?
I would say that they are looking for a man that's capable of providing a lifestyle, providing protection, leading a family. I think it's safe to say that most women are looking for that. But I do think that they also attaching material desires to that as well, which actually amplifies what he has to bring to the table. So now he's got to hit a certain threshold of earnings to be able to compensate for what she attaches to, just the foundations that the man just need to have necessary for him to lead a family. But I also think it all depends on what group of women you're referring to, because I think it's unfair to lump all women into the same category as a Kendra G, because I think it's safe to say that not every woman is moving like the Kendra or have the same appetite or been exposed to the same plethora of men as Kendra G. You know what I'm saying? Those women typically want to date up. I think they got a fair share of men at a certain level of salary or a certain level of richness to where it makes sense for her to make statements like that. I want a rich man. I mean, look at the group that, if you look at a group of girls that's not even on that level, just regular working class girls, I don't think they talk like that. But whenever you look at a girl, you look at girls that's already millionaires, then I think it makes sense for you to hear that statement come out from that group. I want a rich man, because, what's the next level? Like, if a woman is supposed to be looking for hypergamous or looking at a man that's superior to her, it only makes sense for her to go after somebody of a higher status. And so you get the statements, I want a rich man. So at this point of the conversation, I don't find nothing wrong with it. But it's sad that, that I don't know how old she is, but it's sad that she's at this stage in her life and haven't figured it out yet.
I agree with Kendra G, honestly. And the reason I agree with Kendra G is all women want a rich man. That's one. Number two, that doesn't mean they will all get rich men. Number three, that does not mean if they don't get a rich man, they cannot settle with a guy who doesn't have so much money, but is stable enough. So in other words, we all as humans want the best of the best, not even just women. Men want the most beautiful women, but we know we cannot get all the time. Not all of us are going to get the most beautiful women. So we at some point in our lives have to look in the mirror and be like, okay, I want a Beyonce kind of woman, but maybe I cannot get her. Maybe I'll never get her. I may have to just look at her from afar, but I'll deal with Sarah here, who's not ugly, but she's good looking enough. And then I'll go with her and start a family if I so choose, right? So that's why I say all women want a rich man, but doesn't mean they will all get a rich man. In other words, they would all wish and hope, they would all love to have a rich man. That doesn't mean they are chasing after a rich man. They would all love to have a man who, finds the lifestyle, vacation, nice car, nice house. But let's be realistic. We don't have enough of those men. So some women just realize, you know what? We don't have enough men going around. I'll get the next boogie. He's not broke, but he's good enough. We can put our money together and build a family. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Dassimone. What are your thoughts about women out here dating? What type of man are they looking for? Is it all the same? What are your thoughts?
I think women are very diverse in their dating pool. But what she was talking about specifically, I guess, like women who be like searching and looking and like I do think it's a lot of, I don't think it's all women. I do think it's a lot of women out there who target men with money. And I don't even think it's just all rich women. It's like the gold diggers, the one who just feel like you should pay for me, you should give me this date, you should give me this, you should give me that. And I feel like, I do feel like more than enough women do it to the point where it's like, you're not even dating, like you're asking him to do something for that you can't do for yourself. You asking for a man that you can't even hold an intellectual conversation with because he's so far advanced than you, you know? And that's why she was like, y'all gotta be careful because they out here looking, because it's probably the woman that probably made her leave her man was somebody she probably didn't feel was like any competition, you know? And when it gets to that point, that range that go for that, you know, that man is just not people that's equal to his level, but it's people that's, you know, lower too. So I think the way, in a sense, she was saying, like somebody that's gonna chase, like it's women out there that'll chase your man if you rich, even if he in a relationship, even if he married. Like, watch out, because those men, they're getting it thrown at them a lot. And a lot of women who do care about those worldly things, or um even the ones like Darwin was said, like they're used to doing this, so they're looking for a certain caliber, like they gonna come for them. And you gotta beware, because there's definitely women out there. So you make sure, if you got you a rich one, make sure you're doing your man right. Make sure you're doing what he needs. Make sure his mental, his spiritual, everything that he's requiring of you is taken care of, because somebody gonna slip in there.
All right, go ahead, Will.
I mean, I kind of agree with what she said. There are levels. For me personally, like I said, all women want a rich man. Some women will directly say they want a rich man. Some women will hope for it. Some women don't feel entitled. Some women feel entitled to a rich man, like she said, you know. But all women would want to get the best of a man they can get. But like I said, what you wish for, what you hope for, what you want, sadly enough for women, they may want a rich man, and 10 rich men may pass in front of them, but very few, 1 out of 10 will have the guts to approach the man. You know, so at the end of the day, they may want the man, but at the end of the day, the man has to want them back to be able to approach them, because few women are going to approach the man. So they may still want the man, and God will give them 20 rich men walking right in front of them, and they won't approach none, and they will still want a rich man. So at the end of the day, not every woman will get a rich man.
Well, good evening, everybody. I think we should not waste time talking about women in general, and we should talk about the single women, because the women who aren't single actually got who they looking for, whether it's the high value man, the low value man, the dope boy, the ball player, what have you. And I do believe that majority of the women who are single are looking for the same kind of man. I believe they don't know what a man is, and therefore they attach themselves, or they try to attach themselves to, and try to use hypergamy, but they try to do it in terms of fun, excitement, not necessarily money, because women don't know how to figure out if men really have money. There's no, most dudes don't, unless they tell them. I mean, what you gonna have access to his tax returns, his bank records? You don't know who have money and who don't. Most of these dudes are out here lying, and most of these dudes out here living on credit. So at the end of the day, women are trying to find the best deal they can get, and they're usually going after the same thing because they all identify the same pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They all think they know what it looks like, and so they're all going for the same pot of gold. End up with the same type of dude.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
I would like to add one thing before anybody else go. I do notice that whenever you have a group of, whenever you have a consistency of men coming into the dating atmosphere that doesn't provide anything other than his resources as something that's substantial to the woman, I think by default, then they just start programming them to think that that's what they should go for. Because we got to be honest, there is a lot of men that's not necessarily leading with any principles for a woman to value enough to get into a relationship with. And all she can look at is stability. So you that might have a play on their mindset on their selective process. Or how they
No, I think women naturally just look for the stability, honestly. Whether a man shows it or he doesn't, they they don't want struggle love. That's gonna be the truth, you know. Especially if she doesn't have struggle love. Now, especially if she's not struggling, but if she's already struggling, then maybe she may take the struggle love. But even then, there's a time limit when the man should get his shit together. Anyway, man, shout out to Lapif. What you guys think? Comment down below, subscribe. I'll put the link down below to Lapif's channel. Next up, Kendra G. As always, Kendra G, good show, good guests. I say good guests because I know there's some crazy delusional people who come on there, but I say good show because it shows you the perspective and the mindset of the people out here dating, and that's why I like to react to her show. Now I know she doesn't like us reacting to our show, but it's the game of YouTube. All right, so this guy came on, and all the women were dying to get him, because single guy, no kids, and all that. But we're gonna go through the comments if you guys want, and then we'll see. All right, without further ado, let's get into it.
Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Texas. But,
Oh, I can hear the
Dallas.
accent. What
But
part
I'm
of
from
Texas?
Mississippi though. I'm from Mississippi though.
Okay, what part of Texas? The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
Shout out to Kendra.
Dallas.
Dallas.
Fort Worth area.
Is that so? You live in Dallas or you live in Mississippi?
No, I live in Dallas.
Okay. How old are you, Jeff?
32.
32. What you do for a living?
Work on military equipment.
Military.
And I got a little clothing line I do.
You got a clothing line?
Yeah.
Do you have any children?
No kids.
No kids. You ever been married?
Yes.
When did you get divorced?
2 years ago.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. So we got Jeff, Texas, Dallas, 32, Sagittarius, works on military equipment, also has his own clothing line, no kids, divorced.
Yeah.
What kind of woman are you looking for?
Loyal, respectful, sense of humor, confident woman too, though. Make sure she confident about herself. It's one thing to make her feel beautiful, but I want her to feel beautiful too, though. It's a lot of women.
Make sure you talk a little bit louder.
I say
so
a
can
lot of
hear you.
women lack a confident though. They want to be a confident woman. You know what I'm saying? So.
A lot of women lack confidence.
No, not a lot of women. A lot of women I've been encountered lately. They want confident enough, so they be more confident in yourself. I could bring the rest out you too, though. So there's a confident woman for sure.
Got to be a confident. So give me some of what were the examples that they resonated with insecurities?
Not necessarily. Just it's one thing I know a man for to tell her she's beautiful and everything, but you gotta feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna be honest, he fits the prototype of what usually women are looking for, either on this show, in real life, on Pop the Balloon. And why do I say that? Right? He has the tattoos, right? He has the chain, obviously, the hat, the baseball hat. He has the earrings, he has the dreads. So, he fits the prototype of what usually women look for on it. If I'm going to be honest, because we have seen women clown men and, talk down on men who are well dressed and Pop the Balloon in a suit and everything. But to me, this fits the prototype of most women. I don't want to say most, but so many women.
maybe it's like a self trauma though. I won't say one experience. I made like a whole thing, but it was one experience that made her feel like she wasn't, you know what I'm saying, she ain't got herself together, or she wasn't beautiful enough, and she trying to make me bring it out of her. But
Okay, the ladies like you in the comments, Jeff.
See, I told you.
Thank you.
What are your deal breakers?
Disrespect. I ain't on the toxic way, so I ain't into toxic relationships. So anything toxic, I don't like all that. And and don't know how to cook though, because I can't cook though. So that's one of my flaws. So I'm like, that's something I hope she can bring to the table though. So
Okay.
I can
Should
do
she look?
everything.
Should
Yeah.
she look a certain way?
If she confident though, I want to be attractive though. You know, since in the age range we in, I want you to be attractive at least, and they add to it though. So
Okay. Should she make a certain amount of money?
long as she driven, you know what I'm saying, know how to hustle when it's time to hustle, you know how to get it, you know, on the low point, you know, when push comes to shove. So I ain't gonna say a certain kind of money make they have their hustle mentality. So
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam, Jeff.
Kendra Cam. Oh,
Okay, so these standards are really what most men ask for, because men are similar in what they look for the most part, just like women. You know, women, they have the 6 feet. These days, they actually want a guy who's taller than 6 feet. Go figure, right? If you watch me react to Pop the Balloon show, 6 feet, 6 figures, what's the other six? 6 packs, and all the other same, loyal, generous, provider, leader. So women and men, we usually have the similar things. Obviously, men have a smaller list, but let's see. I want to see if, because he has no kids, so I'm waiting to see if he says he wants a woman with kids or not.
I got the little stand up. Oh.
Oh, you have a podcast microphone too?
Yeah, I be doing it for my clothing. Just be
Ooh, it's tired.
You can't flip the camera. I don't know where to put it.
Okay, we see you, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all can see them, ladies. They got you.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, when was your last relationship?
I wouldn't even call it racist. I say dealing with somebody. Probably October.
When? Oh, last year. Okay.
Last year.
You don't have to answer, but we're gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Don't do it.
Don't
answer.
Probably December.
Shouldn't have said
okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Cooking, overthinking, and I don't know about the other one. I gotta think about that one.
I don't know how people don't know their flaws, because all it takes is some kind of self-awareness, accountability, just looking at your life and things that you struggle with, whether it's waking up early, I don't know, not reading enough, not working out. I don't know how people don't know their flaws. That's always crazy to me. Usually, I'll give it to the ladies. They don't like to take accountability. But for a man, you should know your flaws, like right from the get-go. Like, you should know your weaknesses. Because if you don't know your weaknesses, then to me, you can't really progress, because you don't know where you're failing, so you can't grow.
You got to think about it?
Yeah, the flaws I got to work on. Because,
that's a flaw in itself.
Mm-hmm. Making the right decision about certain things, So
okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
I think I got a good sense of humor. I'm a go-getter. I know how to make things. I know how to make it happen. I'm a handyman, mechanically inclined, and overall got a good personality though. So, you know what I'm saying.
He got good personality. So we got Jeff, Texas, Dallas, 32, Sagittarius, works in military equipment, clothing, no kids, and divorce. All right, Jeff. Now, are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Yeah, I was. We were saying when I was waiting. Now I'm gonna download it though. So when I get off here though, so I was just waiting.
Jeff, I've seen you waiting like.
I know about. I was just trying to download it. About like, dang, let me go get back in here though. So that's my bad.
All right, so Jeff is taken. Do you have a nickname?
He said, nickname, twin. That might be taken. I'm a twin, so.
Twin is your nickname?
Yeah, I'm a twin.
Are you a twin?
Yeah.
Okay, that's taken.
Twin J, put Twin J or something. I don't know.
Twin what?
J.
Twin J?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not taken. So your username will be TWINJ?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you got to do it right now because that's the way the ladies can
Yeah,
reach
oh
out
yeah,
to
I'm
you.
I'm gonna download so when I get off here. Kendra single
Kendra G,
again.
yep, Kendra G singles. Couple more questions. What's the age range you want to date?
I'd say about 28 to 39.
Okay, should
Ooh,
she be in Texas?
he's getting older.
Texas big though. Yeah, nah, she could be all over though. So I'm open
Anywhere.
to just open to traveling
Could she have kids?
no.
Nah,
I did the kids.
that's what I was waiting for, because he doesn't have any kids. Apparently formally divorced. So I was gonna be, because all the women Kendra was saying that they want him in the comments, I can guarantee you 70% of them are probably single moms. And the fact that he said they cannot have kids, I can guarantee you now they are going to turn from wanting him to attacking him. Because we have seen this so many times. Anytime a man has a certain standard that women don't meet, they attack him. They call him sassy, or he's not all that, he's broke. Oh, the shaming words and buzzwords they call a man when they can't meet his standards. That's why we're gonna go through the comments of the video.
My marriage, she had kids though. So
Oh,
I
you
said I'm gonna
married a
try a
single
new
mom.
thing, no kids. So she had 2 kids. I took care of them. So I'm
So
gonna
you
try a
prefer
new
women with no
thing.
kids?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Couple things. Ooh, Taylor said Jeff has to be one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope there ain't no kids.
Yeah.
I liked you in the comments, Jeff.
He's the prototype. I told you guys. Tattoos, dreads, baseball hat. He has 2 earrings, I think. Chain. He's the prototype. Now, obviously, he's not a bad looking guy. He's not like overweight or anything, but he's a prototype that, women, because there's some guys have come on here wearing suits and putting on suits, dripping in suits, and women just didn't even send in chats like this. So,
oh, thank you.
That's why you gotta make your profile on the app.
Yeah, I'm finna download it now though.
I mean, okay. AJ said, if mumble rap was looking for love, LOL, this would be a future verse if Kendra played a beat.
future, huh?
I don't know what that means. His mom might be an earphone moment though. She can't.
They said, the ladies want to know your height. Well, I don't ask men their height.
You said what?
He said that, I think it's a he. The ladies want to know your height. Why is the man asking you that though?
Oh, if it's a man, I'm gonna skip it.
Okay. Two Prada said, curious why he was divorced. Some of the cousins want him to remove his hat, not me.
Nah, I ain't got lit.
No, first of all, a couple things. 2 things that before I even go, I should have read them first. Rule number 1, we never ask men to remove their hats because I don't ask women to remove their wigs.
True.
So you should know.
Ooh, Kendra got them. Kendra, thank you for playing fair. That was fair. She doesn't ask women to remove their wigs, so you don't have to ask men to remove their hats. That's fair, man. Shout out to Kendra. She's catching up. She's reading the game on these women. She's not taking the BS. Thank you, Kendra. That's good.
That by now, that's the year. I've said this 1,000 times. I don't ask men their height because I don't ask women their weight.
Oh,
So it's always
Kendra, you're gonna get attacked, baby girl. I don't know where you get the confidence to think you can talk about women's weight like this and bring all these punchlines back. I don't know, man, but shout out to you for being honest and being fair. Because women like to talk about how short a guy is. He's not 6 feet, he's doing this. But as soon as a man talks about how weight, then they want the guy to be canceled. But Kendra is saying, listen, I'm not asking their height the same way I don't ask for your weight. That's fair to me. What do you guys think? Shout out to Kendra, man. I'm really starting to like her more and more.
Proves how much women want. They don't want these things to be asked to them, but then they want all these other things. And why does it matter, girl?
No, I know they looking for the hairline right there. Though. I just ain't got no.
It don't matter. You don't take. Do not
Oh,
take.
no, I ain't gonna take it. I ain't gonna take it. I got.
Do not take off your hat. We are nope.
All right,
No.
There's a retweet though. Let's down.
I'm 31, no kids. I'm on the app. If you're open to traveling to Georgia, what's your name on the app? I'm gonna show them you right now.
J. No, I gotta download it. Oh, okay.
Right, but she's
no,
on the app, so she wants you to see her. Let me see if I can find her.
it was a mutual agreement though for the divorce though. It's just like I think it's more of a I think she wasn't ready. Well, she I don't know. I really
All right, man. I want you guys to go finish the video on Kendra's channel. So I'll put the link down below. Don't come at me. You know, I don't want to take away all Kendra's clout. I just wanted you guys to see how women act when they really want a man, when they find the guy attractive. They will even put in some money just to show that they're. Cause look, she's shooting her shot. Like she doesn't care. She's like, hey, listen, I got no kids. I'm here. Come for me. I mean, shout out to the guy. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to Kendra for holding these women accountable. Finally, man. It's been a long time coming. So link down below to the full video if you guys want to catch it. All right. Till next time. Peace. And next up, we have this video from shout out to Daily Wrap Up Crew, and the women are saying men should compete for them. Should men compete for women? What do you guys think? Let's get into it.
Men be willing to compete for women, and why do you think men are scared to? Again, into this first topic, it says, should men be willing to compete for women, and why do you think men are scared to compete for a woman? Because I think, just to put some context to it, I think there was a post I seen where a woman was like that once a guy sees that a woman has, you know, other guys competing for her, they kind of like, all right, well, nah, I'm good on that. Like, you know, they could have their fun. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? So why do you think guys are discouraged from competing for a woman?
Personally, I feel like men shouldn't have to compete for a woman, just as how I feel as a woman, I shouldn't have to compete for men. So, like, strategically, the way I would move when it comes to, like, a guy, it's like, if I choose to vibe with you, you top tier, the competition will then be to keep me.
No.
That's what it is.
Hell
like,
no. No. We keep each other. We compete for each other. We put in the work to keep each other. It shouldn't be, oh, now you are with a man. Now he has to work hard to keep you. No, you got to work hard to keep him too. I mean, he's bringing something to the table. So if he's worthy or if he's worth keeping or if you want him in your life, then you got to do something. So it doesn't mean now that you get the relationship, now you just kick back and you let him do everything as you sit back. No. No princess treatment here just for the sake of it. You got to be willing to keep me as well. So you put in the work, respect, good times, good vibes, good energy. I do the same. So we keep each other. Because the moment any man feels like he's giving all himself and he's not getting any reciprocation, he's going to leave at some point.
to get me, you lucky, but to keep me, that's the competition right there.
Yeah,
To get you, a man is lucky.
Yeah, because I would rather be by myself, honestly.
All right, then be by yourself. If you think you're the hottest shit walking on earth, then be by yourself. You know, because you have your worth, the man has his worth. So if you think your worth is more than his, then be by yourself. No man or woman wants to feel like the other person doesn't see them as worthy, or the other person is on top of them. If you don't feel you match each other, then be by yourself.
I'm dead serious. Like I'd rather be alone. Like I don't need a man to do anything.
That don't sound like something worth competing for. I ain't gonna hold you.
Chill. It's not even like that.
Like anytime a man feels like the woman doesn't need him, he's gone. He's not going to put the same effort. He's not going to put the same effort he would if he felt like the woman needs him. Because if she doesn't need him, that means she's just tolerating him. And that's something women don't understand about men. We want to feel needed. It doesn't mean that your life, revolves around us, but we want to feel like we are useful. But if you have us in the mindset of I take it or leave it, the man is just gonna leave. And men are very simple.
It's not even like that. I'm just saying, like,
your words are powerful.
Yeah,
so you're already leading off with saying that.
So why do you think that somebody would want to be with somebody that don't need them? Like,
no,
or,
I'm not saying.
I'd rather be by themselves.
Like, that's not. I would love.
She said that she'd rather be by herself.
I'm not saying it like that.
She's saying
if she
knows she, first of all, I'm 110% confident I am a
Yes.
prize, period.
Mm.
So I feel like it's not so, oh, you're competing like to keep me. It's just like if I'm putting my energy, and it works vice versa. I'm not just saying for me, it's also for him. If I'm putting my energy into you because I want to fuck with you because I like you,
Mm.
and I'm taking the time out of like my life to spend time with you, whatever the case may be, then yeah, like you gotta try to fight to keep it. Like
That
keep
part.
me, yeah.
So a man
It's
should
just a
compete.
And this is why so many black men have given up on dating, period. You know, do you know what it means to walk up to someone who feels you are here and they are here? Because that's what the whole I'm the prize thing is all about. It's like impress me, impress me, impress me. I'm your master or something like that. That's how it comes off. So no man should go into a situation where the woman looks at him like he's here and she's over him. Because now everything he should do, he needs to like do 10 times that to impress you. No, I have worth too. Like I'm worth something. You know what I mean? So guys are like, I'm not taking this is not the kind of deal because it doesn't stop right there. That means even when you get into a relationship, if you don't do something small, she's gonna hold it against you. Yet she's not even reciprocating. She's not doing half the shit you are doing for her because she thinks she's the prize. She thinks you are here and she's over here. So no man would ever tolerate that. Some guys do, but even eventually they grow resentful towards their women.
Yeah,
to-
just, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the competition in
But
itself. I'm not
that's-
going to
yeah, that's
put
her
a
definition of
man. I'm
competition.
not going to put a man in a position where he's competing against other men for me. That's what I'm saying.
But you said you're the prize and you don't need him so you can be single. That in itself is telling him, hey, if you don't want me, someone else would something you want to do another man will do. Some women use those terms, right? Those words. In other words, if you don't spoil me, if you don't buy me ABCD, if you don't text me every single hour, some other guy will do. All right, then let the guy do it. I won't be the one to do it.
Saying, if I'm choosing you, you top tier. But the competition then becomes, all right, do you meet my standards?
Do you meet
like
mine?
with keeping me?
Do you
Because
meet
I'm
mine?
pretty sure every man has a standard for a female, right? Y'all have like it's like school. To get into a class, you need like prerequisites to get into that class. You need to pass with a certain grade, you know? Same thing like a relationship or somebody that ideally you would think of being with
But
you.
once you pass, you in that class, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Okay.
that means
you
you
said
won
that's
the
when the-
competition.
that's when
That
the
means
real
you win the
competition begins?
competition. Feel me?
But then you
get what I'm
said the competition is the relationship.
No, I'm talking about like during the talking stage.
Oh, during the talking stage.
Yeah, like when you getting to know somebody, then that's
So you only talk, you in general, you only talk to one guy at a time in the dating
yes.
stage?
Me personally, I can't do the two at the
It don't
same
work.
time.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
They are lying. Obviously, I don't know them personally, but I can tell you right now, if you check their DMs and their inbox, they have so many guys in there, and I can guarantee you they reply to those DMs. So if I'm talking to her and LeBron James sends a DM, do any of you guys believe she's just going to talk to me and she's going to leave LeBron James on red? No, it's never going to happen.
You're not with the threesome, as you're saying.
Well, what's annoying about it though?
I just can't. I can't be two places at once. It's gonna piss me off. Like, not like I feel like I'm a snitch on myself in a situation where I'm talking to multiple guys at the same time. Like I tried it. I'm not gonna lie, I tried it before, and it pissed me off to the point where I'm like, you know what, cuz I can't do this. Like, it's I'm choosing between you and another man, and I can't do it. Like, my mind being too many places at once with what I do in my daily life, it's just too much. I
Yeah.
can't.
I feel like women will get too involved with both men. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I believe you guys can't separate the two guys. You guys be happy what Johnny's doing for you today and what Matthew's doing. So they both making you happy. You wouldn't know how to choose.
That's a whole lie, bro.
I mean,
that's a whole lot, bro.
For me,
All right, I
Women always got their favorite nigga, bro. That's a whole
That's facts. They get the guy when they want to go out. That's the guy who they're gonna call. And if they just want to Netflix and chill, they get the guy who they're gonna call for that too. If they want to go for a trip, they get the guy they know who is interested in trips. So that's facts.
Oh,
yeah, I've dated multiple guys. Like earlier this year, I was dating like multiple people,
Mhm.
but I just gravitated to one person more
Yeah, what's
because
not their
that's just
favorite
not
nigga?
like that's just natural. I don't. It's too much work. I don't know how guys do it, but it's just too much work dealing with someone else's emotions. Like I had, and then when you're a female, and this is my definition of competition a little different, is like I feel like guys compete because when I'm dating multiple guys, you know I'm dating multiple guys, so you try to apply more pressure than the other guy if you really want the girl. You know,
I'm not applying pressure. If you're talking and dating multiple guys, I'm going to be who I am. So if you tell me, oh, I was out here, let's say, I don't know if she's honest she tells other guys that she dates other guys at the same time. But if she is, if I was in that position and she's like, oh, yesterday I was on a date with this guy and he took me to this expensive dinner date, doesn't mean I'm going to apply pressure by taking her to a more expensive dinner date. No, what I already have planned is what we're going to do. You either would like it or not. At the end of the day, I'm going to be who I am. I'm not going to try to compete with guys I don't even know about. So just because I apply pressure, it doesn't guarantee she's going to choose me anyway. So why would I do that? That's foolish.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've had like one guy, like he tried to take me like somewhere, and then the other guy, he's like, well, he's taking you on a trip, right? Well, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? But then you also have guys. Then you also have guys that's like, well, fuck her. Like I'm not. Then you had guys that just fell back for me, like, oh, you giving him attention, then you don't need to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But
And those are the smart guys. Okay, you're talking to 3 other guys. Okay, they should be good for you. I'm not good enough for you, clearly. Because if I was good for you, you could have cut them off a long time ago. But since you are talking to me and still talking to them, that means they are better than me in some capacity, and I wish you well. So those guys are smart. The guys who think they're going to compete with guys they don't even know about, that's foolish. That's a fool's game.
just too much work focusing. My emotions be everywhere. I really like you, but then I also like you. That's just too much. And then it's like you don't want to get serious either. Like I'm not ready to get serious. So the more pressure you're applying because you feel like you're competing with another guy, it just kind of overwhelms me. That's how I feel. Like I can't do multiple. No.
I'm just a firm believer in karma. It's like that shit will weigh on my conscience heavy if I'm talking to multiple
No, you just let them
guys.
know. I let the guys know. Like I'm keeping my options open.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but the guys who stay after you tell them that you're talking to multiple guys and they think they're applying pressure, those guys are fools. Because them applying pressure doesn't guarantee that you are going to choose them. And if by the time you're still talking to other guys and talking to them and still you haven't chosen them, clearly they're not good enough. So if they stay around, they are foolish.
When me personally, I'm not dating just to date. I'm dating for a purpose. Feel me?
Like
So
every
it's
other
like
woman.
it's kind of gonna weigh on my conscience knowing that I'm dating for a purpose, and then it's just multiple guys. I can't do that. It's
But-
gonna weigh on me.
But if you dating for a purpose, right? And you got, you know how they say don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Because you dating that one person, and then further down the line, when y'all really get to know each other, you wasted your time because y'all not really compatible with each other.
I mean, but that's the risk of the dating. It's just like a business, right? The business may take off, but that doesn't mean it's the right business for you. You may be lucky and it takes off in the beginning, and then farther down the road it fails. It's just a risk, just like with everything in life. So I don't think there's anything wrong with talking to one person. And then if it fizzles out, maybe there's some things you didn't learn or some red flags you didn't see, then you can use that as a learning lesson. But also just talking to multiple people at the same time, it doesn't guarantee that once you finally choose that one, that one is that's the one that's gonna work out. It may also fail. So I mean, so it's a risk regardless.
Rather than if you know what I mean, you dated around a little bit, you might have a better chance of meeting the person that you like.
No,
Yeah,
I
there's a
disagree.
process of elimination that can also be applied
that's
there too.
exactly-
So y'all never competed for a man before?
I
No.
feel like it's all about communication. So it's like if you really like someone, you should tell them where they at, where they stand. And even if you talk to multiple other people, you tell them where they stand. So there's no competition. The only
That
person
part.
who should be competing is really the ex if they want you back. The ex got to
kinda
do
agree.
way more than the new person coming in your life. You feel me? Because
I agree with her. If a man likes a woman, do your part. do the best you can do. And you as a woman, if you like the man back, do the best you can do. Like, do not try to make him jump through hoops. She's right. Only the exes can jump through hoops because, you broke up. But if you like a man, why make him jump through hoops? Because at some point, he's going to get tired of jumping through hoops and he's going to go somewhere else. And then you're going to be losing out on a good man.
Now they gotta do. You feel me? They're the ones who.
If they the
Not
ex,
so
if they the ex, how they still got a chance? There's a reason
They
why they
be
the
wanting.
ex.
They still be wanting the chance, but it's like they sometimes
no.
when you dealing
Sometimes
with
you
like.
not even working it out. It depends on the situation. Not all exes.
I don't
fuck
know,
up,
like me, it's not a lot of girls like me. Like I'm a real loyal person, so it's like my ex, he fucked up, and now it's just like he realized what he had, and I'm not trying to give him no chances. You feel me? But he's trying to like throw all this stuff in my face. You feel me?
Lure you back in.
To lure me back in, but he did that before, and I was blind of what he was doing behind my back.
So fool you
So
once,
it's
so
like-
he can't fool you twice type of situation. Like,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really like somebody,
I'm not.
communicate
I'm
with
not,
them.
I'm not competing.
It don't matter
with
how many
nobody's
people
daughter.
you
Like-
mess with. If you actually want to like have sex and do all the extra stuff, you should have communication with
So-
that person.
So let
and
me,
tell
let
them
me-
where they
you
stand.
said you're not competing with nobody's
Hell
daughter,
no.
right?
Hell
So say, so again, it's a guy
Realistically,
that
of
y'all,
course, we're competing.
it's a guy that you vibing with.
If you have to
everything.
compete, it's no reason you should be wasting your time.
Yeah, but say it's a guy that you vibing with, everything is clicking on all cylinders, but he's telling you, hey, I am dating, seeing other women.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
you
saying.
would- you would-
Realistically, yeah,
you
you
would just-
are. You're competing regardless if a nigga's dating, he's dating the same way he's competing for me. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I'm not competing in a sense like he really really likes me, right? And he tells me he really really likes me, or maybe he want to settle down, whatever. But he just got this other girl lingering around. And let's say like an ex. I'm not competing. That's what I'm saying. Like if we are both like in agreement that like yo I'm fucking with you, you're fucking with me, whatever, and we're taking things serious, but you still got another girl lingering around, that's when I'm not competing.
But you just said you were dating multiple guys at the same time, right? So you are kind of, you don't. It doesn't make sense. You just said you were dating multiple guys, and now you're saying you don't like when a guy is dating multiple women and you are talking to him. It's the same thing. That's why I said men feel the same way. If you got all these guys you're talking to and you're talking to me, if you can't make a quick, decision that hey, I choose you, you're better than them, and you want to keep me around as you continue to see who's better for you. Any man who's smart enough is going to be out of that if you are honest enough to tell them. So that's what I'm saying. It goes both ways. If a woman is talking to a man and he's talking to multiple women, he should be able to choose her and, in a short period of time. Otherwise, he's wasting her time. But she previously said she was talking to multiple guys, which I don't agree with. So what you guys think? Shout out to the Daily Wrap Up crew. I'll put the link down below. Shout out to everyone who tuned in. Till next time. Peace out.